Hey guys, are you looking for new third-person shooter games? Then you've come to the right place. Without wasting any time, we're starting the list with Gears of War Reloaded, the next big bet from Xbox Game Studios, a remaster of the acclaimed original Gears of War, which marked a generation on the Xbox 360 in 2006. Developed by the coalition Sumo Digital and Disbelief, this title promises to reimagine the classic experience with modernized graphics and performance. With a release scheduled for August 26, 2025, the game will be available for Xbox Series PC, via Windows and Steam, and, surprisingly, for PlayStation 5, marking the main franchise's debut on Sony platforms. One of the most exciting points of Gears of War Reloaded is its accessibility and connectivity. The game will support full crossplay and cross-progression between all platforms, allowing friends to play together regardless of the console and ensuring that campaign and multiplayer progress is maintained across all your copies of the game. For those who already own the digital version of Gears of War Ultimate Edition on Xbox, there will be a free upgrade to Reloaded. The title will include all post-launch content from the Ultimate Edition, such as a bonus campaign act, multiplayer maps, and a complete list of classic characters and cosmetics.
Let's do this. This is gonna be awesome. Form up!
Grand Theft Auto 6 is the highly anticipated open-world action-adventure game developed and published by Rockstar Games with a release scheduled for May 26, 2026 on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series platforms, while the PC version should arrive later, possibly in 2027 or 2028. The story follows the criminal duo Jason Duval and Lucia Caminos, the latter being the first playable female protagonist in nearly 30 years in the series, in a narrative inspired by Bonnie and Clyde, centered on crimes and a criminal conspiracy that forces them to depend on each other to survive. The third-person shooting system in GTA 6 is one of the pillars of the gameplay, maintaining the tradition of the series, but with significant improvements. Rockstar promises more fluid and realistic animations, as highlighted by a former programmer of the series, with improved character movements and a more dynamic combat system. The most recent trailer shows intense shootouts, with the protagonist facing authorities and other criminals in action sequences, suggesting a focus on improved cover and precision mechanics.
Thirsty persons in different versions, each new update that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance. Yo, so do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues, I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you, just go get your own tissue. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. That's it, the end of the song. Next time you'll sing along. Trust me, there's nothing wrong. I just need to carry on, cause society's a myth put there to make you sit. Listen to what they give. Don't ask questions, shut your lid. Yeah, don't ask questions, shut your lid. I need to run away from this and go get off the grid. Feel like my brain is overloaded, man, I'm losing it. Don't let them tell you what to do, man, they don't know shit.
Gears of War E-Day is a third-person shooter, announced as the sixth main title in the Gears of War franchise, developed by the Coalition in collaboration with People Can Fly, and published by Xbox Game Studios. Set 14 years before the events of the first game in the series, the title is a prequel that explores the fateful emergence day, E-Day, when the Locust Horde, a race of subterranean creatures, emerges on the surface of the planet Sarah, unleashing a genocidal war against humanity. The The gameplay of E-Day maintains the essence of the franchise, known for its third-person shooting mechanics with a focus on cover-based combat, visceral executions, and tactical teamwork. The game promises to return to the darker and more terrifying roots of the series, emphasizing the horror of the Locust invasion, with the enemies portrayed as monsters under the bed, according to creative director Matt Cersei. Unlike Gears 5, which incorporated open-world elements, E-Day will be a more linear experience, focused on an intense and immersive narrative. Rumors suggest that Microsoft could release E-Day on PS5 months after its debut on Xbox Series and PC. .007 First Light is the highly anticipated new James Bond game, developed and published by the acclaimed IO Interactive, the studio behind the popular Hitman series. With a release scheduled for 2026 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, Nintendo Switch 2, and PC. The game promises a third-person action-adventure experience that delves into the origins of the iconic spy. Unlike existing films, First Light will present an original and self-contained story, reimagining how James Bond earned his .00 status, being a young and sometimes reckless recruit in MI6. The gameplay of the game is a fusion of IO Interactive's characteristic stealth and action mechanics, combined with the universe of Bond and MI6. Players will have the freedom to choose how to approach missions, whether opting for a stealthy and discreet approach, using the famous gadgets, or going for direct confrontation with intense shootouts and hand-to-hand combat. The game also promises vehicle chase sequences with iconic cars, adding the typical adrenaline of the 007 franchise.
Do you have an appointment?
The name's Bond.
James Bond. He's with me.
And you are? Don't think we've had the pleasure.
Now let's not get ahead of ourselves, James.
So you shouldn't have.
We're facing a situation of the utmost delicacy. I need all my pieces on the board.
009 is a master manipulator. Whatever the endgame is, we won't see it coming.
Jet lag gets me every time.
She's not your friend, Bond. She's an asset.
With respect, Mom. To hell with that.
Tell me, what do you do, James?
Lately, headhunting.
Arc Raiders is a third-person, multiplayer, and cooperative shooter game, set in a dystopian future where Earth has been devastated by mysterious machines known as Arc. Players take on the role of raiders, survivors who explore the hostile surface in search of resources and face both the Arc machines and other players. The game emphasizes exploration, strategic combat, and cooperation between players to survive and thrive in this dangerous world. The third-person shooting system in Arc Raiders is a central element of the gameplay. Players use a variety of weapons and equipment to combat the Arc machines, which have different attack patterns and weak points. Cooperation is crucial, as players need to coordinate their actions to overcome the challenges. The game also includes extraction elements, where players need to safely extract the collected resources, avoiding both the machines and other players who may try to steal their achievements. The customization of characters and equipment also promises to add depth to the gaming experience.
They've reached the pharmacy now.
Let's get over there.
It looks like they are probably the first ones here. But you can never be sure, so it is... Engaging in firefights may sometimes be the only way out of a tight spot. Other times, being cautious and staying out of sight is the better option to make it out. For raiders hoping to thrive, the Rust Belt is filled with opportunities and secrets, if you know where to look. You'll have to stay vigilant up there on the surface, where an armada of arc machines roam unchecked, where motives of other raiders remain dangerously unclear. You'll need to be resourceful, work with what you have, and sometimes make plans on the fly. What are you prepared to risk to get what you want? Ultimately, you get to decide what kind of raider you'll become, shaping your own legacy, your raider, and your home.
Mecha Break is a free-to-play multiplayer third-person shooter focused on intense combat with mechs, giant robots controlled by players. The game offers several game modes, including a battle royale mode with up to 60 simultaneous players, promising frenetic action in both ground and aerial combat. The third-person perspective allows a detailed view of your mech in the battlefield, facilitating aiming and strategy. One of the main features of Mecha Break is the extensive customization of mechs and pilots. Players can choose from a variety of colors, decals, and patterns to create unique mechs, customizing even the individual parts with precision. As they progress through the game, players unlock new characters with rich stories and join legendary pilots to ensure the survival of humanity. The game allows players to choose between different classes of mechs, each with its own abilities and specializations. Demon X Machina Titanic Scion is the sequel to the 2019 robot action game, promising to take the franchise in a new and dramatic direction. With a release scheduled for September 5, 2025 for consoles and PC, the title immerses players in a dark science fiction universe where humanity fights for its freedom against mechanical and organic enemies. Produced by Kenichiro Tsukuda and featuring the iconic mech designs of Shoji Kawamori, this new chapter promises an enhanced combat experience and a more intimate and engaging narrative. The game allows players to pilot their arsenals, agile and highly customizable armored suits, in fast and intense combat. Unlike the previous title, the emphasis is on more compact and faster suits, offering dynamic gameplay both on land and in the air. Players will have at their disposal a vast array of weapons, including long-range options, melee combat, and explosive armaments, which can be equipped in up to 5 armor slots and 6 weapon slots.
How many have sacrificed their lives in pursuit of a sliver of happiness? The wish to be with those they love.
No one can change humanity forever. Not outers, not humans.
All I want is to destroy this divided world, then share its remains equally among those strong enough to survive.
What are you?
I will not give in. Prepare for my might! You will pay for this!
I knew you couldn't let it go.
I never saw you as fool enough to kill an ally.
The same as you, a non-human being created by human hands.
Gear 1's dead, and you fear nothing.
I fight for myself, and no one else. I'd be happy to take your lives. Every last one!
The game Convallaria is an ambitious title that stands out as a multiplayer online third-person shooter, developed by Lung Force and published by Sony. It is part of the PlayStation China Hero Project, an initiative that aims to support and promote Chinese developers for the PlayStation platform. The game promises a mix of science fiction and fantasy elements, taking players to a world where they will try to rebuild memories of a forgotten past. One of the most intriguing aspects of Convallaria is its proposal to combine strategic and tactical third-person combat. Players will have the opportunity to participate in intense battles against bosses in cooperative modes, using a variety of weapons and combat styles. For those who prefer direct confrontation, the game will also offer massive battles with up to 100 combatants competing for missions and resources in a hostile and dynamic game environment. The developer Lung Force seeks to deliver a shooting experience that prioritizes teamwork and strategy. Off the Grid is an upcoming third-person shooter in the battle royale genre with extraction elements and a strong emphasis on narrative. Developed and published by Godzilla Games, the game is set in a cyberpunk dystopia on the fictional Teardrop Island, where players engage in a mysterious competition. The game stands out for its mix of intense PvP combat and an immersive PvE campaign of about 60 hours, all taking place on the same map and influenced by the actions of the players. What really differentiates Off the Grid from other battle royales is its innovative approach to third-person gameplay. Instead of simply being another shooter, the game integrates elements of deep customization with the so-called cyber limbs. cybernetic limbs. Players can swap cybernetic arms and legs in real time during matches, which offers unique abilities such as hooks, goo bombs, poisonous smoke, missiles, invisibility, and even blades, significantly altering combat and movement strategies. This mechanic adds a layer of tactical depth and dynamism to the confrontations.
You can also... Oh, God.
Hey, look at me! Welcome to me, fans! Click me! Like me!
I don't care. Watch me, don't watch me. I'm over this whole thing.
Saros is the next third-person action game developed by the renowned Housemarque, the Finnish studio behind the acclaimed Returnal, and will be published by Sony. Announced in February 2025 during the PlayStation State of Play, the game is scheduled to be released in 2026 exclusively for PlayStation 5 with optimizations for the PS5 Pro. Saros promises to be an evolution of Housemarque's gameplay-first formula, combining explosive action with a mysterious narrative, characteristics that fans already expect from the studio. At the heart of the gameplay of Saros is its third-person shooting mechanics combined with roguelite elements. Just like in Returnal, players will face a world that changes after each death, but with a crucial distinction. Saros incorporates a system of progression and permanent resources. This means that, after each failure, the player will be able to choose and permanently improve their equipment, including weapons and suit upgrades, allowing them to come back stronger to face the challenges of the game. This approach aims to make each death valuable, encouraging players to learn and adapt to each new cycle.
After every death, I always come back stronger. I know that you are here. And I will find you.
Black State is a promising third-person shooter that has generated considerable expectation for its impressive graphics, developed in Unreal Engine 5. The game has already aroused great interest for its proposal to mix the tactical action of games like Metal Gear Solid with the Portal mechanics reminiscent of Portal and the twists of the film Inception. The title is being developed by the studio Motion Blur and promises a cinematic and adrenaline-filled experience with a heavy focus on narrative and combat. The gameplay of Black State revolves around its real-time portal system, which allows instant transitions between different locations without loading screens. This means that a door can take you from an industrial room to a luxurious museum in a matter of seconds, adding an unpredictable and strategic element to the missions. In addition, the game offers a diverse arsenal of weapons, including pistols, rifles, shotguns, and tactical explosive gadgets, along with brutal melee attacks that result in more than 100 cinematic finishes.
Hold up. Enemy here! Over here! Locate his position. Damn it! Right here! Move, move, move!
think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits, I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip, you choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Yeah. There's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions, each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance. Yo, so do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues, I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you, just go get your own tissue.
Mafia. The Old Country is a third-person shooter with intense combat mechanics, which mix shootouts with period weapons, such as Lupara shotguns and pistols, with melee combat with stiletto knives. The game also incorporates stealth elements, allowing players to choose stealthy approaches to eliminate enemies. Players will experience visceral combat, including knife fights, stealth takedowns, and intense cover shootouts. The arsenal will include period armaments, such as the Lupara, a sawed-off shotgun, and the stiletto. In addition, locomotion will be authentic to the period, with the possibility of galloping on horseback through cobblestone streets and open fields, or speeding along dirt roads in turn-of-the-century automobiles. The plot is like a classic crime drama, with a strong emphasis on storytelling and complex characters. Well, that was the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, stay with God, and see you in the next video.
You again.